Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I've just picked up the one I'm doing the tutorial for, to do 1 or 2 rows. I will be going out in my garden pretty soon to get a little bit work done in my garden. But I have been up since 6 o'clock this morning. Not my usual time. I don't usually get up until around about 8, but I woke up just after 5 this morning. Could not get back to sleep again, so well, I might as well get up and have a couple of extra hours doing a bit knitting this morning, because it's going to be a nice day today, so I know I'll be out in my garden, so I'll put that down in a minute. So I did some knitting. This is some baby wool. I have a label for it somewhere. Oh, there it is. So some baby wool that Sandra sent me. It's Mariner's Super Soft Baby. And a lady left a comment on my other channel on Sheila's Just Knitting on one of the tutorials I had done for the open moss stitch, and asked if I would do a little, well, she contacted me by email and asked if I'd do a little baby cardigan for her. I don't think the baby's born yet, but she asked for a 3 to 6 month size, a bigger size. I thought I've got those extra couple of hours this morning. I got up just before 6 o'clock, and by the time I showered and had my breakfast, it was 6:30. So I've been sitting at 10:30 now, and I've done the back of the little cardigan. And I like doing the little ones because they're quick. But this is that open, the open moss stitch that I do. That was what was on the pattern that the lady was looking at. Sue, her name's Sue. So I've got the back done, and I'll get some more done probably tomorrow morning. Maybe get up early again tomorrow morning, do a little bit more. But I have to keep some time for my orders, which I'll be doing tonight. I'm nearly finished I'm halfway on the sleeve for Janet, and then I'll just have the neck and the bands to do. But when I have finished that, I have 2 more large orders, which are, one is for Claudette, which is this black. It's a sparkle. It's got like a, it's like a shade of green sparkle in it. She did ask me to do her a cardigan this. So if you're watching Claudette, let me know whether you just want a plain, straight, ordinary cardigan, or whether you want any pattern on it. And then I have this one for Sarah. This is my last order, this one. She asked for a turquoise. You know, I have got an awful lot of wool. I had every colour but turquoise, so I had to go and buy 5 balls of the, it's Wilko. You know, their wool was $1.25 a ball. It is good wool. I've used a lot of it before. It was $1.25. It is now 1.65 pence a ball. And I was lucky that they had this colour in, because there's not really many places I can go. I didn't want to go online and buy any, because I would have to buy about £25 worth of wool to get it post free, because I will not pay the postage on any of these places online. So I always get, you know, the amount that makes it up, so I get free postage. And it was all I wanted was this, because I've got so much wool, I don't really want to buy any more. But I just did not have any turquoise. I've got any other colour possible: lemon, white, blue, pink, pale, dusty pink. I've got all colours, but I did not have turquoise. But anyway, I've got 5 balls of this. But when I start knitting this one, I cannot knit this colour at night time in an artificial light. I don't know whether it's an age thing, whether our eyes aren't as good as they used to be, because I have knitted black when I was younger, and I could knit it all right of a night time, but I cannot knit this of a night time. Once the light goes on in my living room, I'm going to this one. So I'm going to be doing 2 at once when I start this one. And I'm only doing orders from about, I usually get my tea around about 5, half 5, and I'm usually sitting down from about 6 o'clock. So I do orders from about 6 o'clock at night, like large orders like this, and keep the rest of the day, the early part of the day, and that to do things like little ones, like what I'm doing like here, and like on my coasters and things, you know, things like this. This is my own coaster. This one I've done for myself. It's a bit different to the other ones. But I've run out of the I have done 4 sets of the Jubilee coasters, and I have sold all of them. I put them up on eBay and sold them, all of them. And I know at least 2 of them are my YouTube subscribers. I bought them. It could be the other 2 as well. I'm not absolutely certain, but there was one lady called Amanda she bought my off eBay. She bought the large mandala I made with the set of 4 coasters that went with it, and she also bought another set of coasters. Well, I put them all into one parcel and took them to the post office, and because it was a larger order, I put tracking on it, which was the problem I had with Etsy when I was with Etsy, because I had a lot of orders, and because I never put any tracking on them, because most of them were just a small order, and that was going to take some of my profit away. I think it cost me about £1 extra to put the tracking on the parcel that I sent away yesterday. And with Etsy, I think because of that, they were going to withhold, they have what they call a payment reserve, just in case there's any comeback on any things that I sell. They were going to keep 75% of all my money for 45 days of anything I made and give me 25%, and I was not happy with that. So I just took everything off Etsy and put it onto eBay. And eBay is a much better site, actually. But because of what Etsy were going to do, I might start using Etsy again once that reserve is off my account. But if it stays on, I won't ever be using it again. But anyway, one of the things they suggested on Etsy to get that reserve off my account was to put tracking on. And sometimes it was just a set of coasters. And if I put tracking on, that's going to put my profit down a lot. And I wasn't happy with that, so that was why I changed it to eBay. But this was a large order, and it was for a lady called Amanda. And anyway, I sent off the parcel yesterday. I had 1 or 2 little messages to do. That was when I went to get this wool and 1 or 2 other things, and normally I would just walk over the post office with a parcel, but I went in my car because I was going to some other shops, and I posted the parcel off, and I had one. When I came home, I had another set of coasters that I put up on eBay. And then later on that night, when I was sitting knitting around about 8 or something, it was before 8 I think it actually went on, but I heard the ka-ching on my phone, and I must have sold something on eBay. And it was the set of coasters, the Jubilee coasters I had put up, but it was the same lady that had bought all the other ones. And I thought I could have had those coasters in the same parcel. But it was only made it into a larger letter one, so it only cost me £1.05 to post it. So I had got some stamps while I was at the post office with the other parcel, so I just parcelled it up and walked up to the post box and popped it in the post box with the stamp. But you know, I could have saved myself £1.05 if I had waited a little bit longer before I posted that thingy. But it would have been too late, because I would have posted it before the post office shut anyway. So anyway, that was a little bit, just a little bit yesterday. And the day before I was at my granddaughter's, and I was supposed to be going to karaoke after I was going to leave about an hour earlier from my granddaughter. I usually leave my granddaughter's about 6 to come home. But my friends, I was going to meet them into a pub called the Garrick in North Shields, where we have a karaoke now and again. And that was from 5 o'clock till 8. So I was going to leave my granddaughters at 5. But my friend messaged me before 5 and said that her husband wasn't feeling too well, so she'd cancelled, decided that they weren't going. So I didn't get to my karaoke. I was looking forward to it, but because I haven't done it for quite some time, because we used to do it before the lockdown. Used to have a good, it used to be an afternoon. It used to be from about, another afternoon, but usually you used to get there about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and used to leave for home about 8 o'clock. I think the karaoke went on till about 8. So we used to have a good afternoon and that, and had a lot of friends there. I could have went down by myself, because there was a lot of other, friends that I used to see there, but I wasn't sure that they'd be there, and I wasn't going to there to sit by myself. So I just stayed in my granddaughter's my usual time and went home and came back home and done a little bit more knitting, which I wouldn't have got done if I'd went to the karaoke. But I am back to, like saying, it's just after 10:30, and I'll probably do a little bit more of this. And then I'm going to go. The sun's not shining at the moment. It's very dull. It was earlier on. But I'm going to go. It's supposed to come out later on. It's getting up to 20 degrees today up in the northeast. So I'm going to go upstairs and change into my sun top and shorts and that, and get in the garden and get a little bit more of a suntan while I'm tidying up my garden. But it's funny, I'm sitting in my house now, and it is, I think my phone tells me what the temperature is. It's 16 degrees according to my phone at the moment, and it is quite cold in my house. Ever since we put double glazing in the windows, this council property I live in, and we had double glazing, and then they put that stuff in your walls, that insulation stuff that they put in your walls. And ever since I've done that, the heat from outside, when it's warm, before that, when it was warm, the sun used to shine through the window and used to heat the living room up. You could feel the heat on the walls as well when the sun was out, when it was really warm. It was touching the walls, especially the front of my house, because the sun shines all afternoon through the front of my house. And the wall used to be warm as well. And that used to actually heat the house, the whole front of the house. But it doesn't now, and it feels cold in my house, in my living room nearly all the time. Like, I think yesterday I ended up, it wasn't a very nice day anyway. It rained all day yesterday, but I had to put my heating on last night, which I wouldn't have done normally because of the temperature was high, but I was actually cold. My hands were cold, my feet were cold. I had to go and put a pair of socks on just to warm my feet up. It was cold in my bedroom when I went to go to bed, even though it had the heating on. I only had it on for a couple of hours, and so that's something. Double glazing and insulation in your walls might be good for one thing, but it's not if the sun normally heats your house up. That's another rant I can get on to sometime. So anyway, I'm going to do a little bit more knitting, but I'm going to make myself a cup of tea first, and then I'm going to do a little bit knitting until lunchtime, and then I'm going to be out in my garden. So, but I was just about to finish this video when there was a knock at my door. And parcel from Lovecrafts. I have no idea who sent this to me, but I know what for it's for when I opened the first 3 balls, took the first 3 balls. Red, blue, oh red, blue, Jubilee coasters. Somebody sent me, oh that one, the balls, things come off the ball. Somebody sent me the wool, and it's funny because That's all I had left of the red. And when I was out yesterday, I never thought to look for any more. But I did have some Aran, which was this one. But it was too thick. It wouldn't go with the blue and the white, the colour that I had. Because I did try it, but it was going to make the coasters too big. You know, I couldn't do the 3 colours twice like the way I did on the other ones. So I thought, oh, I'm just going to have to wait until the next time I go out, and because I couldn't do any more because I didn't have the wool. And then this parcel come this morning. I wish I knew who it was from, but there was nothing on the envelope or nothing in the bag or anything to see who it was. So some lovely person has sent me enough of the yarn to do a lot more, because I only had 3 balls of each. I had the white, blue and the red, but they weren't full balls, and I did get 4 sets out of them. That's 16. That was 16 coasters I did get out of what I did have, and there's more than double that here, so I've got plenty to be getting on with here. You know, I've got some lovely subscribers. I wish I could meet some of them. But I am going to say bye again. I had already said bye on my video. I was ready to convert it. So I'm going to have to cut a little bit off the end of the other video, because I'm seeing thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch us all another time, because I've got to do that little bit again. So bye for now.